like it or not, each of us is the child of our own mother and father. There is so much we inherit from them, and we welcome that. We resist it. We accept it as we grow up and become teenagers, adults. These Norse tales assert the great importance of family, and of an equal partnership between a man and a woman. They show the value of having true friends, the need to work hard, having a dream, having ambition, having a sense of humor, and being able to laugh at yourself, facing up to challenges, and being brave when it's not easy to be. All this and an awareness of the sheer beauty of the world around us, and being alive. Kevin Crossley-Holland, Chalk Hill, September 2019. The Troll and the Trickster. Some things are very bad. Trolls are worse. How could it be? But it could. After a mellow, yellow August afternoon, the north wind could get up all of a sudden and sweep over the glacier, across the scrub and the scruffy pasture, and down to Ulf and Thora's longhouse. And if they or their little daughter were out and about without their hoods or oilskins, it could stiffen their bones so that they staggered back indoors, stiff-legged, like walking skeletons. That was when trolls went on the prowl, and ghosts went walking, and there was nothing for it but to sprinkle fresh water on the threshold, and bolt the door, and hope for the best. Some days Asta fished for herring and cod with her father, but they never ventured so far out that the fearsome Midgard serpent could rise from the depths and snaffle them. Some days she helped her mother to milk their 3 cows and feed them sweet hay. When he was born, her baby brother turned out to be a sad little thing, a mewing weakling, and her parents had left him up on the glacier. So Asta was their only child, and they never let her out of their sight. In the evenings, Ulf rather liked to play a board game or two, fox and geese or draughts. Sometimes he played with Asta, sometimes with a neighbour, though the nearest lived a mile and more away. One late August evening, when the days were already getting so much shorter, and the bitter north wind was rollicking round their longhouse, there was a knocking at the door. "Who's there?" Ulf called out. "Me." "Who's me?" "Open the door or I'll knock it down," barked the voice. So Ulf unbolted the door, and there stood a mountain troll, and he wasn't a small one. The troll bent at the waist, lowered his head, and pushed through the door into the fire hall. "That's better," he growled. "It's blue cold outside." Then he peered down at Asta, and little Asta stared up at him, and when she saw how ugly he was, with a nose like a purple pumpkin, and strings of snot hanging from each nostril, and how he couldn't even stand upright without bumping his head on the roof beam, she felt more sorry for him than scared of him. "Don't just gape, girl," her father told her. "Go and pour our guests some milk or ale." "Ale," said the mountain troll, and he slapped his stomach and clapped his coarse hands. Thora stood up from her loom. "I go and get some bread and cheese," she said. The troll wiped his nose on his sleeve and stared around him. "Ah, you can play board games, can you?" "Why?" replied Ulf. "Can you?" "Certainly," said the troll. "What stake shall we play for?" "Me?" said Ulf. "I usually play for a coin or two." The troll grunted. "I say, whoever wins can ask the loser for one of his possessions. He can ask for whatever he wants." Ulf lowered his eyes. If I lose, he thought, well, Thora and I are so poor we have little this troll would want. But if I win, I'll ride over to wherever he lives and take my pick. "Well?" demanded the troll. "Agreed," said Ulf, and with that the two of them sat down on the huge split log beside the fire pit with the gaming board between.